Hey, it's Rob and welcome to Axel's Garage. I already made this video and I'm aggravated because towards the end of the video, I just got so aggravated. It's a little lengthy, right? You can, use that new feature where you can double speed it or something like that. But I give you the full background, all right? And we're going to talk about Chinese fake belt companies, and we're going to talk about Morrison-made leather belts. And there's a big Facebook scam going on, and I'm aggravated. I hope you enjoy the video. Like I said, if you gotta use the scrubbing mode where you can watch me at like 2 times speed because I got a little sidetracked, but we talked about the belts. Enjoy the video. Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage. Well, it's winter time here at Axel's and it's cold out. So those of you that have been with us for a while know that we start doing some indoor stuff when it gets cold like this, and just like bone-chilling cold where we can't be outside working on the cars unless we absolutely have to, or even in the garage. I mean, we got the heat on in the garage and it's still pretty chilly, enough to do some cleaning but not work comfortably. So I recently went down a belt rabbit hole. And what had happened was, right around the holidays, right around Christmas, it's January, it's early January 2025 that we're filming this video. And just around the holidays, I'm scrolling on the Face Googles, and you know how you seem to get a lot of ads if you're looking through the reels or the videos, or whatever they call them on Facebook it was. I think they call them reels. So we're scrolling through the reels just to make the time go by at work. And I stumbled across a belt video, and I clicked on it to make it bigger or to do whatever. And once you click on something, it sucks you in. So I clicked on a guy who was making handmade leather stuff, belts, wallets, whatnot, which made more of them come up in my reels or suggested videos, or however it works. And now I'm getting leather people, I'm getting shoe repair cobblers and stuff, and they're all pretty interesting videos. And I stumble across a video, and I'm looking at these belts because belts are an issue, especially if you carry every day. If you don't carry every day, especially if you're a guy with a little bit of a gut and no ass. And what happens there is you need your belt to hold your pants up. So belt isn't just a clothing accessory, it's a clothing necessity. Because you cinch it down pretty tight to hold your pants up so that your pants aren't always sagging down, especially if you got no ass to hold those pants up. So I work pretty hard with a belt, and I also carry every day. So my belt seems to get chewed up, and they last me about a year. And every year, the last couple of years, I've been spending a little bit more money on a belt each time to try to get a belt that was just seemed like a little bit heavy duty. And they all have not been surviving well. After about a year, they're really out of shape. They're really starting to fray and come apart. And, maybe I could squeak 2 years out of it, but it's shit for the second year. So not this past Thanksgiving. So we're in 25 right now, January 25, beginning of 25. So not the Thanksgiving of 24, but the Thanksgiving of 23. We were in a Cabela's or a Bass Pro, one of them, and I'm looking at the belts because it was that time of year where I really needed to get another belt. And they had a rack of 511 stuff. And I said, oh, well, maybe those belts are a little bit better. And I look at the 511 belts, and they look pretty good. And it was probably the most expensive belt I ever bought, which was like, I forget the actual price, but it was anywhere from like $40 to $60. I know it hurt to spend that much on a belt. So I spent that much on a belt, and it was a great belt. Put it on, put my holster in place. It kept me tight, kept my pants up. Everything was nice. Every day that I went to use it, it was great. However, that did not last. And I'm still wearing it, so it's a little over a year. Still wearing it. I got it on right now, and I'm going to show you what happens to that belt. So I am going to slide it holster off, and I'm doing the review on the CYA holster. I've been wearing it for a long time. It's supposed to be a 60-day review, and and it's actually working out really well. Just for a little spoiler, if you follow my holster review videos, but what happens is I'll do a holster review video, and if it's good, I'll go back to some of the other good ones, carry them for a few weeks, and go back to this one and keep switching back and forth to get a real good grip of where they fit in. So now I got this belt on the table, and it's curved. So it's doing it's on the edge of the table at me, and it's curving in on them. And I'm just going to pick it up at either end, and I'm going to try to hold it out straight for you to see. And you could see that bow in it, or if I flip it under, it's a sag. All right. The business end here where the buckle is, they have screws, not rivets, on this belt. And the screws have come loose on me once or twice. And I was lucky that when one of the ends fell out, I saw it. And it happened when I was getting dressed, and I was able to grab it and screw it back in and not lose it. You know, some people like the rivets, some people like the screws, some people don't care either way. I don't care either way as long as it doesn't fall apart. That's, you know, the screws are great because you can tighten them and they stay in there, but if something falls out and you lose it, then you're screwed with the screws. The rivets are great until the rivet breaks, and if the rivet breaks, now you got to bring it some way to get it re-riveted, because most people don't have like a leather kind of rivet that they'll be able to use. On this end of the belt, you know, this is what happens. This is what happens to the belt where you're putting your hole through, especially if you can see how my holes are just stretched out and the leather is just coming apart. It's ripping. I mean, look at that giant rip right here. And that's not even the hole that I normally use. So the hole that I normally use, oh, it is. It is the hole that I normally use. The hole that I'm going to have to put it on. See, we got 3 holes here. I have lost a little weight over the last year. But I got one hole that is my hole that I use when I'm carrying, and then I have another hole that goes a little tighter that when I'm not carrying. So this is my hole. This is the hole I use all the time. And when I'm not carrying, it goes in this hole because I can make it just a little bit tighter to keep my pants up. So this belt here, let's see if it says anything on it other than 511. It says size large, made in Cambodia. Doesn't say anything about what type of leather, genuine leather. Oh, there's a backside to it. Shell, 100% genuine leather is what it says. So 100% genuine leather. And like I said, it is starting to come apart where the holes are. It's starting to rip. One of these holes is probably just as long vertically as it is horizontally. It's really, you know, lost its shape, and it's beat up, and it's time to be replaced. Now, I also have another belt on the counter here, and this is a uniform belt that I wear every night when I go to work. I'm not carrying. It's just holding my pants up. And this is pretty out of shape, but not crazy bad. You could see that it's doing the same thing by the holes. It's sort of, I want to almost like say delaminating. Like it seems like there's layers that are just fraying apart. I don't know how belts are made. Well, I didn't know how belts are made. This doesn't have stitching on the side. This looks like a cheap uniform belt that came from a uniform store. And I don't know, there's no brand on it or anything like that. Oh, Perfect Fit, is that the brand? Perfect Fit? Genuine leather, made in USA. So this says genuine leather on it also. So it appears from watching these videos that there was some conversation about leather, and that genuine leather and full grain leather mean 2 different things. And the understanding that I got from watching these they're kind of ad videos in a way, but that genuine leather could be multiple layers of leather kind of laminated together, and that's why the belts tend to fall apart. And full grain leather is one piece of leather from start to finish, one piece of leather, and it's supposed to be better durability. I don't know whether that's true or not. However, I start to watch these videos, and you got, you know, big company videos, and like I said, you start getting into the ads, and you can't tell whether you're watching an ad or you're watching just a video that was uploaded to the Face Google. So you start watching, and Hank's Belts is a real big one on Facebook that comes up advertising, and there's all these belt companies, big belt companies, one right after another, saying how they have great handmade belts, blah blah blah, and the quality of their belt, and they're pricey. They're $100 to $200 for a belt. But I'm looking at them because now my interest is peaked. Instead of spending $40 or $50 every 2 years, you buy $100, buy once, cry once kind of thing. And maybe the belt will last me 5 years, 10 years. I don't know. Is it that big a deal to buy a new belt every year or two? Probably not. But it's just, why it's so much more, especially when your belt holds your pants up and you do carry when the belt is new, it just, everything feels better. You're more comfortable in your daily routine. So you can see I have no belt on now, so I'm pulling myself up because I need the belt. Anyway, I saw watching these videos, and I stumble across a guy that's making belt, young guy, maybe in his late 20s or so, and he seems like a nice American homegrown guy. I don't know where he's from. He's just got a nice video where he's making the belt in his home, like whether it's his basement or a spare room in his house, in his own workshop, doing his own thing, making these belts by hand, one by one. It's not a giant mass-produced thing. And I'm like, wow, this is really neat. And I click on it. And when I click on the video, it sends me Facebook. And this is on Facebook. Facebook sends me to the website. And I'm looking at the website, and the belt is like $25 or $30. And I'm like, wow, that's really cheap for one of those belts. I'm definitely ordering one. But I didn't that night because I hate doing this shit like that on my phone. I want to do it on a computer. So a couple days later, I'm on my computer, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's that belt guy. So I grab my phone, and I look at the link that I had opened on my phone, and I get the web address, and I type it into my computer, and I get the website. It just doesn't look right. It looks like too big. It looks like a big company website. And I'm looking, and I'm scrolling through the pictures, and the pictures of this guy that was making the belts that I saw in the video. And it even has a couple of little like video links on the website, and I click on those, and it's the same guy making the belts in his basement, but just something wasn't right. It was just something wasn't right. So I'm trying to say, where is this place? Like I know the guy is in the United States making belts in his basement or his home workshop. And I'm like, where is the guy? And I'm going through the site, and lo and behold, I go to the return policy. And on the return policy, the return address must be shipped to some address in China. So I'm like, this ain't the guy. This can't be the guy. He can't be like a giant scam. So now I go back to the video, the original video that sent me to this website, and I watch it again, and there is a banner hanging in the back of this guy. There's a flag, and there's a banner, and it's on his hat that he's wearing. He's wearing a ball hat, and it's his name and the name of his leather outfit that he's got going on, company, whatever it might be, and it doesn't fit with the website. I'm like, something's going on here. So now I Google the guy's name, and I get his website, and sure as shit, he's in Kentucky or something like that. I don't know if it was Kentucky or the Carolina. I don't know. He's here. He's here. He's in the United States, and this is the guy, and this is definitely it. And the website that I went to is just scamming on his hard work. And I'm like, holy shit. Now his belts are, about $100, and he's hand making them. And if they're quality, they're quality. Good on him. But everything on that website was his shit. Matter of fact, if you look real close, you could even see the hat, the same hat in the video on the website that shows the name of the company. And he puts a little stamp in the belt with his company logo, and you could see it on the other person's website. I'm like pissed. I'm like, holy shit. It's either Facebook or this other company or somebody scamming this guy. And now that I've looked into this stuff, this leather stuff, and I'm looking at it on Facebook and I'm looking at it on Google, you know what happens. That's all I get now is belt stuff. So now I'm getting stuff from the big ones, Hank's Belts and whoever else are the big belt people. And I'm getting stuff from little guys. And then I'm getting this guy's video again. right? This guy, name is Morrison, Jeffrey Morrison. I'm getting his video again, and I click on it, and it takes me to yet another website, which looks just like the first website. Everything is the same, but the company name is different. But the return shipping, same address. All the photos, same thing. All the pictures, same thing. They got pictures of him, everything like that. What's going on here? So now I click on the Face Google comments, and I'm scrolling down, and this guy, Jeffrey Morrison, is commenting on people's comments to the video, which clearly isn't him. So I look at the profile, and it's a fake profile made up trying to be this guy, Jeffrey Morrison, from wherever he is in, I don't know if it's Kentucky or North Carolina, somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, it's this guy, and it's not him. It's fake. It's all fake. So if I just would have seen this guy making his belt and said, yeah, I want to order that guy's belt, I go on, I click the link, go to it, order the belt, and then I get a belt from China, and I'm like, this guy's belt sucks. And it wasn't even his belt. So I was able to Google enough, this stuff in the background, to find this guy online, and I can order one of his belts, and that's what I'm going to do. And I want to show you. See, I'm not tech savvy enough to put it up here on the screen, you know, and show you what I saw on my computer. So I'm just going to go over to my computer and show you what I saw on my computer. Let me grab the camera. So here we are on my computer, and this is the video.
Every daggone one of them. Yep, still making them all right here in my basement. I mean, my workshop. So what you're...
I'm going to pause it there because you could see in the background, Morrison, and then you see the M, so it's Morrison Made Leather. There's the logo, and the hat right up here. Okay, that's the Morrison Made hat, and I didn't really realize that at first, you know, what the name was. I'm just looking at the video, I'm watching the leather. I'm not watching that stuff at first. We'll keep
Getting
playing.
is a handmade belt from a small business made out of a cowhide from the US of A. On top of that, all the hardware I use is solid brass, so these things are made to literally last forever. All that said, these are not just ads so that you will buy a belt. I was making these videos years before I could even sell on TikTok. If you're not interested, I truly just hope that you'll enjoy the content and stick around for the long run. My family and I have a long journey ahead of us with lots of stories to tell, and it's fun to be able to share it with you all. So, customer or not, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you.
Okay, so that's the video. Now, I don't know if that's even his voice, but that's definitely him. And I found that he has a YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel's got like 1.6 million subscribers. So he's doing pretty good. Watching he's only got a few videos on the YouTube channel, but watching a couple of videos on the YouTube channel, it looks like that he was doing it in his in a bedroom in his house, then in the basement, or then in the basement, and then he just got big enough where they needed to find a new house, and they got a new house that pretty much had a bigger basement that he could do this work in and have all his presses and machines that he needs to make these belts. Don't know if that's his voice, but you click on this video, right, and this is what it's going to take. So I got his video up here, and you go up to his name and you want to click on him. I got that window open here, right? It shows this is in one of his YouTube videos. This photo here and the photo here, right, is in one of his YouTube videos. So you think it's this guy here, and it's not this guy here, right? It's not him, right? And contacts is a Maryland address, right? And then if you look at some of the other stuff, I think it says somewhere in here, or on the website. So on the Facebook page, it's got a Maryland address. Then if you go to his website, let me find the website that this video takes you to. This one here. So here's the website that the video takes you to. Now this picture, I don't know where this picture is from, but this photo here, this photo is from the Morrison Made actual website. This photo, I'm not sure. This one, I'm not sure, right? This one, this is definitely the guy back there in that original basement holding the belt. And there's even one on here, I'll show you. They give you a little thing where it's supposed to be him with his family making the belts, but that's not in anything. They say Waynesville, North Carolina, family leather workshop located in the beautiful mountains of Waynesville, North Carolina. I don't think that that's actually true. And then the belt demonstration video. So if you play the belt demonstration video, you'll see, and I'll stop it, right there is the Morrison made logo that's on the belt. And then this picture is, again, cuts off his face, but it appears to be from that original video. And there's that same picture here that I showed you before. All right. This is, even all of this stuff, how to size the belt, that's all from his shit, not these people's stuff, right? And then they talk about their guarantee, and then when you go to the other stuff, the products, they tell you how many are in stock, and this guy is hand making them as he gets the orders in. So it's not like he's got them in stock. And it says something like shipped from U.S. location, which makes you go, you know, of course it would be a U.S. location. And it was the return policy, right? So they say they're from North Carolina, but the return address is West Wing Road, number 18, Area A, Huyang Village, Mayong Town, next to the Jiatong Driving School, Shibuya Supply Chain, Yun 53, Donggagung City, Yugadanga Province, China. That's some address. So that ain't him. All right. Then I get a different one. Heather Marie. Same, different story here up top. Traditional crafts trying out, right? Same video though. Here's the video.
Everything that I sell is made by my own two hands with the best quality materials, mostly sourced here in the U.S.
Right. There he is again, wearing the same guy. That's Jeffrey Morrison wearing the Morrison-made hat. This is the new workshop based on his YouTube videos. This is the new workshop in the new house, right? And he's making a belt. But this ain't taking you. This ain't taking you to his belts. It's taking you to this Heather Marie. Right? We don't know who Heather Marie is. Now she's in Portland, Oregon, right? And here's her site. Right? We'll click on her site, right? Look familiar? Look pretty familiar, right? Let's go handicrafts, right? Oh, they got wallets. They got more leather stuff. But let's go to the leather belts. Oh, that looks, everything looks the same. Look at this shit. Right? All the photos are the same. We'll go down. Here's the same videos, same picture. Let's see if Heather Marie puts where they're from. Where was that? Wasn't about. That was the home or the about. That might have been the about. Where it said about us. About us. No. Huh. Contact us. No, just an email. FAQs. Exchange. All of our transactions are based in USD. That's a red flag that it ain't an American company. Shipping address, non-English, English. So just a quick scan. It doesn't appear to be the about us. So it doesn't appear that they're putting like the Waynesville, North Carolina thing here. But this is just a different one. So now I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. There's multiple companies out there impersonating this guy. Even his Facebook profile right here. So here, Jeffrey Morrison. This is the fake profile, right? It's the guy. It's his basement. It's a fake profile. And then if you go to the guy's real one, there's the real guy, right? There's the real guy. It's the same guy, right? But this is his real profile, right? And then they got him here. This is his fake profile, right? It's just crazy. So what I did was I found his website, right, by Googling. I will go home here, right? So I Googled Every product made by a husband and wife team, right? That's based on his YouTube videos. I Googled the name of the thing with his logo. That's in his videos that we know are his videos, right? And this is the homepage. There's the logo that's snapped into the belts. Look at these pictures. They're the same pictures that are on the fake websites, right? Morrison Made, local owned business in Northern Kentucky. Founded in 2019. Right, our story. Let's go. There's him and his wife, right? And now am I falling for something here? I don't know. I don't know, but let's go to the terms of service or the return policy. Shipping 1 to 3 days after the product has been made. Orders. All orders are made to order. So they're currently not in stock. You order it and he's going to make it, we hope. Returns. Anything about shipping or return to China? Nothing about the shipping to China. Why Our Products? Let's go to Why Our Products. Oh, here's a video on Why Our Products.
Why do our products cost more? So it's a great question, one that I understand and one that I love to answer. I'll try to make long story short and do some more explanation in another.
All right, so he explains that. Seems like a nice enough guy. Here's that genuine leather versus our leather, full grain. All right, so genuine leather does not mean that the product is made of real leather, which it kind of is, but it means it's the lowest quality of all products out there. You should read at least it's genuine leather. Genuine leather will be several layers of low quality leather bonded together with glue, and that's why they look like, they start to come apart and sort of like I said, delaminating. Full grain leather is the highest grade of leather. Top cut of the skin or the hide, which roll strength, durability, and other awesome qualities of leather are. Maybe. Okay. So I don't know. What do you think? I've gone down this leather rabbit hole. My wife is going batshit crazy. She thinks I'm nuts. So I'm going to order one. I'm going to order one from Morrison Made. I almost want to order a Chinese one just to see. $25. Just to see the difference. But I don't want to give them business. Because if they're really scamming on this guy, I don't even want to give him the $25 business. I don't know. What do you think? All right, so I got the camera back propped up there. We're away from my computer. And I want to measure. So he said measure. They want you to go from the hole, right? From this part of the belt here, where the leather ends, where it folds over, not the buckle. And they want you to take your tape measure, and they want you to start it at this end right here, like this, right where the belt flaps over the buckle, right? And then they want you to come, and because mine is not a little straight, it's not as easy, but I'll give it a shot. All right. Gonna hold it tight here. All right, then I'm gonna bring it in and go to the hole that you wear it at. So the hole that I wear it at is 40. So I wear the hole falls right on 40. So they said, go to that hole and order that size. That's the size belt you want, a 40-inch belt. Now, I'm going to do it twice because this thing here, the belt is just not straight. So, I'm going to try to hold the belt straight. It's so out of whack. I'm trying my best here. Okay, and yeah, I fall on 40 again. So this is the belt that I wear every day, all day long, when I'm carrying, and I'm wearing it at 40 when I carry, and I wear it one notch in when I don't carry because I could cinch it up a little tighter. I like to cinch it up tight because, like I said, I have no ass, and the belt's got to hold my pants up. So now if I go to where I'm wearing this belt, and it's right in between 39 and 40. All right, so I think if I go with 40, because 40, what they're going to do is they're going to put your 40 measurement in the middle of the holes. So I don't know how many holes that they put in the belts, but this belt here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. So if that's the case, it should be right in the middle. So you should have 3 on either side. So your 40, then whatever measurement you give them, that's going to be in the middle. So if you got to go one looser or one tighter, you can go one looser or one tighter. But that's the way that should play out, hopefully. And we'll know when I get it in. So I'm going to order from the Morrison Made website. I don't know. Is the whole thing a scam? Like, this is a rabbit hole. I've watched dozens and dozens of leather belt videos, and I want, that's how come the small guy gets screwed all the time, because these big companies, like, I keep picking on Hank's belts, but they're a big one. They make quality belts from what I understand, and I was going to buy one of their belts, and then I said, I'd rather go with the small guy. I'd rather go with the small guy that's hand making them one by one. I really would. So I just hope that the small guy's not the scam. Maybe the whole thing is a scam. Maybe all the other websites are all a scam, and this guy could be a scam too. I don't know, but you look at his face Google profile, the real one, and it's like, there's family pictures, there's pictures of him with his college buddies or whatever. It looks a lot. If he's scamming, it's a big scam. If he's not, God bless him. And if the belts are great. So I'm ordering the belt. It's January, what is today? Monday, January 13th. I'm ordering the belt. I want to get to the bottom of the belts. You know what? I'm going to order the Chinese belt too. So screw it. I'm going to order his belt. I'm going to order the Chinese belt. We're going to compare them side by side when they come in, and we'll see. But this is like anything on the internet. It's just a one rabbit hole after another. My kids laugh at me that I should be wearing a tinfoil hat, but you can't even buy a goddamn belt without some kind of scam. And how many people bought these Chinese belts, right? Because they saw the video, they liked the guy, they liked he was making them handmade in his basement or whatever, or they went to his YouTube channel, then they see the ad on Facebook and they click on it, and boom, they're buying a Chinese belt. And there's like 10 different companies that all have identical looking websites that are selling this leather stuff, and they're probably all the same company. It's probably all the same company that's just doing it over and over again. And I don't know how it gets through all the Facebook censorship, right? They're keeping an eye on everything that's going on, right? Yeah, your ass. All these, one scam after another. I'm getting aggravated. My blood pressure's going up. That's it. I'm ordering this stuff, and I'll be back with you part 2 when I get the belts in. The Chinese one and the American one. I just hope the American one's not a scam too. I don't think it is, because he's got 1.6 million subscribers on YouTube. That's pretty impressive for a guy that's got like 17 videos of him making leather crap in his house. I don't know. You tell me. And then in the comments below, we can discuss it without getting excited. Thanks for watching.